Everybody, Scratch Off Ticket Man here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We got our tickets for today. Crossword, top prize 50 grand, and Jaws, who will be next? Top prize $100,000. That sounds fantastic. Let's get started. Alright, so, chat with your buddy. A lot of times I'm chatting with a buddy, but there's a lot of good conversations happen when you're talking to somebody. You have a lot of good conversations with yourself too, but it's just different when you got something to kind of, you know, spitballing ideas with somebody. But the idea kind of came, well, not the idea, but the topic came up just with AI and conversations, and the idea where, people in, like, both of us agree in the near future, people are going to be dating an app. And when we say dating an app, there's kind of the air quotes around it. But the idea where people still want to have conversation, like we're already asking our cell phone, like, where is this location? Or how do I get a recipe for like a muffin or something like that? But the idea, like, we're already talking to our phones like it's a person. So the idea, well, eventually, if your phone starts kind of talking back to you, you're probably going to develop a bit of a relationship with it. Like, you're going to feel comfortable talking to it. Like, like just having a conversation, more than just asking it questions, more than just being kind of like annoying roommate mode with your phone. Or maybe your phone just kind of, it knows at the end of the day, like the end of your workday, it could just ask you on the way home. Like, I think this is going to happen eventually. Well, your phone's going to be like, how was your day? Because it knows that maybe you didn't have a good day. Or maybe you had a great day. Maybe the day was awesome. It was kind of just giving you a softball across the plate. It was like, how was your day? And you're like, it was pretty good. And then it could be like, well, what was good about it? And then you could start talking about it. And maybe this could be a thing for a lot of people. I would say, especially for a lot of men. A lot of men don't have people to talk to. I would argue like men used to, you and we talk about your feelings and stuff at work, but a few beers in at the pub after with the boys, and people start talking. That's another conversation for another day. But anyways, the idea where it could probably ask you, like, how are you doing? And maybe do one, what is it called? Called like health and safety check. And your phone could kind of do that for you. Anyway, we're kind of talking about that. Just the idea where we think in the near future, this is going to be more and more of a thing. And then, anyways, this is where it gets spicy when we're talking about it. He started talking about, with some of the what's the word? How should I phrase this for YouTube? Inanimate female company devices. That sounds terrible with the word device. We put the word device on there and it makes it sound bad. But just inanimate female company, the future of that. And he kind of made a comment just like, like we're going to get these like robots, like these cyborg robot people, well, more women, but just like these cyborg robot women that are going to be like in the home, and they're going to be like super hot, and they're going to be awesome. They're going to talk about stuff that you want to talk about and do like things that you want to do, and just be like, like basically be like the perfect partner. And I kind of let him go for a bit when he's talking about it. Because I already knew what I was going to say. Because the way that he was describing it was basically appliance that serves a purpose in the household. And once he was done, I was like, dude, you know what that kind of like sexy robot that's in your home is going to look like? Your future dream girl is going to be like a nice sounding box with a hole in it that can cook and tell you jokes are funny. I was like, close your eyes for a second. Imagine someone just there to wash dishes. He's like, yeah, so? Like, because you think about it, the person's like there, and they're standing, in front of the sink, and there's like the water, and there's like there's the soap, and there's the suds, and it's like washing dishes, and it's putting them in the dish rack. If you were from where I am, all this stuff is manually done. So the idea is like, someone's doing the dishes. And it's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, but really think about it. Really think about the dishwasher. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, the dishwasher's the box that you put dishes in. You put some soap in it, you close the door, you hit a couple buttons, and like a half an hour later, you get clean dishes. And he's like, yeah. He's like, does that look like a person, hot, all hot and sexy, and like a maid outfit standing in front of the sink? And he's like, well, of course not. I'm like, yeah. the future of these relationships, I think they're gonna look a lot. They have a lot more in common with like the dishwasher in the kitchen than this like fantasy woman you kind of have, this fembot that you kind of have in your mind. And he's kind of just sitting there, and he's like, "I think you're right about that." And it's like, well, it's not that I put a lot of thought into it, but I've thought about this. The idea when there's what we want, and there's what we get. And the idea of what we get often doesn't look like what we think it would, because we just think about the utility of it. And I started half joking about him, just like, you know what, if it does all the things that you want to do in the dark, do you really care what it looks like? He's like, that's a really tough, that's a terrible question to ask somebody. And I was like, I kind of gave him the look, kind of gave him that look, that Justin Timberlake look, like, come on, come on. He's like, you know what? Like, you got a bit of a point there. I'm like, yeah. Again, not that I've thought a lot about this, but I think about a lot of things. So anyway, just the idea where, the path that we're on right now, it's like we're probably gonna have some companions. I think a lot of guys are gonna have companions that AI based. But the idea too, like, it'll probably, the future gonna look pretty interesting once they figure out what it actually needs to look like. Even when you talk about your phone, it's like when someone's like, "Oh, I'm from a generation where the phone was plugged into the wall, and there was like one phone in the house, and it was usually in the kitchen. And if you were talking to somebody, it's like everyone can hear what you're doing. And now all of a sudden we have a phone, but it's basically it's a computer with a phone taped to it, more or less, because it's like no one really uses a phone as a phone anymore. Let's be honest here. It's more for the computer for in the pocket sort of thing. We started kind of joking off to the side after too. We started talking about just well, what is like the stereotypical female the dream guy look like? And we're like, well, it's probably like some type of like that claw game in like the mall they used to have that you put the money in, and they would like just reach down and like get things, like it would get like the toy like stuffies for you. It'd be that, but it'd be free, and then it would be connected to Uber Eats, and it also would be Uber would drive the car as well. So it's something that can pick things up, put things down, pay for things, drive you around, and cook your food. So we're kind of joking about that. That'd be like the dream guy for some women out there. So hopefully that didn't offend anybody. But at the same time, sometimes when we get offended, it's like it's kind of right. But I still want to be offended by it a little bit, so that I don't feel guilty for what I was thinking. So we're doing pretty good on this one. I thought we got wool. We got wool. Do we have one more here? I feel like we're really close on this one. I feel like we're really close. If we had an L or a T, and we do have an L. We have a lot of L's. We got L's for days right now. If we had an H, that would be good. If we had a T, that would be good. If we had, I think that's it. I think that we're maxing out here. If we had a T would really give us a whole lot of words here. But it's not looking like we got it. That's okay. That's okay. All right, I think we're moving on. Oh, we still got the bottom. We always forget to do the bottom, the lucky symbol. Okay, we got the coffee. We got the plane. We got the tweed. We got the bacon, aka the chair. And we got the ring, so we got nothing on that one. I always have a little story playing in my head right now. It's like, oh, we're on the plane, and then we're at the beach, and then sitting on our chairs, and that's when you pop the question, will you marry me? And then that's when you wake up from the dream, and you wake up, and you realize that your dishwasher's low on batteries. That could be a whole other thing. Moving on to the Jaws, who will be next? That's going to be a big thing. I think it's going to be a really big thing once we figure out, the companionship. Because, I think in the beginning, it's probably going to need to be plugged into the wall. I just don't think the battery technology is going to be there to really to get the kind of distance that people are going to want on these devices. Okay, our numbers here: 36, 10, 22, and 39. I just feel like I need to just look after. Also, I feel like I need a bigger coin to just scratch off the whole thing in one go. Can I do that? Oh, kinda. It doesn't feel good though. Not gonna lie, it doesn't really feel very good to do that. I feel like I'm kind of skipping ahead to like 3rd base on the whole scratch ticket there, when you just kind of do it in one line. Yeah, I feel dirty. I feel dirty doing this. I don't like it, but I can't stop now. I can't stop. I can't stop doing this way. It actually is pretty efficient to do it like that. That might be the new way to do it. You know, sometimes you can't go back. You do the whole line. So 36. Not seeing it. 10. Not seeing it. 20. Not seeing it. 2. Not seeing it. And 39. Not seeing it. Do we have any neighbors here? Sometimes when we have nothing, I like to see the neighbors. So 3 is a neighbor. $5,000. Oh man, that would be so sweet. Yeah, the neighbors there. 1. No. 9. I'm just playing with my my financial emotional heartstrings right now. $50, that'd be pretty cool. 21,000 bucks, that'd be sweet. 2. Oh, we did 2. Oh, 36, we 37. That'd be $50. That would be nice. And 39. You see a 40 or a 38? We don't. I'm not going to look at anything else because it doesn't matter. All right, moving down here, $50. Do we have that? Is that going to fix the week for us? We got an umbrella. We're still on the beach. We got a second umbrella. Oh, geez, we're getting close here. We're getting close here. And blinking red light, low battery, please charge. Oh, it was so close there, but we didn't get it. All right, that's okay. That's okay. So we got nothing on crossword. We got the word wool. Wool's pretty good. Oh, we almost had mistletoe. That's a fun one to have. We had a tea. Is that the thing that people actually can do? Like, oh, we're under the mistletoe. We should kiss. I don't think you can do that anymore. I think there's too many germs that are kind of out there. I know that that's a whole topic for another day. The idea, some of the things that people can pass back and forth. But the idea, well, do people still do that? You know, shoot a shot under the mistletoe? I'm sure someone does. If someone does in a big city. That sounds like a really big city thing to do. Anyway, that's all we got for today on these two, which is 0. I think so. We were -6 yesterday, so I think we'll plus this -8. So -14 on the week so far. That's okay. There's always tomorrow. Have a good rest of your day, everybody. See you in the next one. Good luck out there.